Good evening. I just wanted to give a quick update. My last video, I was doing I was making a recipe, adding some stuff in there, and anyway, I mentioned that we were expecting, and I was super excited. Well, it turns out we lost the baby, and I wanted to just give you a little update. It wasn't very long. I was only just 4 weeks and a day when I had some blood work done, and it was positive a couple days prior, and then I had blood work done yesterday, and it was negative. So it was not very long. It was only a few weeks. It was only not even a week, about a week. And so I was only 4 weeks and a day. So we're sad. I told my parents and the kids, and of course Matthew first. And so we had to tell them that baby passed. But we did decide, my oldest son chose the name. We picked Aaron because it can be a boy or a girl name, and we didn't know what it was just yet. So we'll know when we get to heaven and we see him or her. And come to find out that this is actually not my first loss. This is my second loss. A few months ago, I had a really long cycle, and I thought I had gotten a positive pregnancy test a couple days before my cycle started, but I blew it off because a couple days later, my cycle started. So I thought, okay, I was never pregnant. Well, it looks like it was positive. It was just super faint, and it passed pretty much. It was like 2 days after I got that positive that I started bleeding, and baby didn't make it very long. It was they call those chemical pregnancies because I thought it was a period, honestly, but I was looking back at my fertility, my chart. I chart my fertility, my cycles, just so I'm aware of how everything's going, how everything's looking, and it was. So that's the reason I looked back at it, and I was looking at my notes, and I said, oh, I got a positive test here. I thought it was positive. It looked positive. And then the next day I wrote in my notes that, oh, no, it's negative. So I thought, well, maybe I was just seeing things. And so I did. That was an unexplained loss. And then, this month it was very different. I actually got a positive and then started bleeding right away. So I thought, oh, well, that's interesting that I'm bleeding. And then I kind of actually went back earlier, and I thought, well, maybe I was just seeing things because we were actually camping that weekend, and it was, I looked at it in our camper bathroom, and it wasn't a very good lighting. This isn't very good lighting. I'm in my room, and so I thought, oh, maybe the lighting was just bad. So our bathroom has really bright lights, so I took the test I had in the morning into the bathroom, and I thought, oh, those look actually positive, and so I took another one because I was like, well, that's really weird, and I'm bleeding. So, I took another one, and it was even darker. And usually when you take a test at night, it's not as dark because it's at night. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. So, so that was on July 3rd of 2022. And then the next day, on the 4th, I took a test in the morning, and it was very positive, very bright positive. So I did take a digital test as well, and that said not pregnant. But the regular strip tests I took were very positive. I didn't have to, I could just have showed it to someone, and they'd say, oh, yeah, that's positive. So that was confusing to me. I thought, well, why in the world would I be not pregnant? Why am I bleeding, but it's saying pregnant? and it was darker on the 4th than it was on the 3rd. You know, what's going on? So, and of course it's the 4th, so nothing's open. I can't call my doctor. So I have to wait until, I thought, well, maybe I'm having what they call as vanishing twin, where and my temperature actually went up. And when your temperature goes up, that means your progesterone is higher. So that's a good sign. That means that the pregnancy can progress. And if it was my cycle starting, it would go down. Then in the morning, I put a message into my doctor. I talked to her nurse, and she ordered a blood test to see, and to check my pregnancy levels, and it was there. It was 6.84, so it was pregnant. It was early pregnant, is what she said. And then she said the doctor wants them done again in 48 hours. So yesterday I had done again, and actually yesterday morning, my temperature went down. So I thought, okay, I'm probably gonna lose the baby. And so I was talking to a friend of mine, and just opening up to her, sharing with her. And right before I started texting her, I just started getting really sweaty and really warm. And from having 6 babies, I knew that that was when I had lost the baby. Because when the baby is no longer attached, then the hormones come in, and that makes you feel sweaty. All the hormone levels drop, and that's what makes you really sweaty. It's kind of, I think I read it was kind of like almost a menopausal for a short while, like hot flash. So anyway, as soon as I started feeling that really warm sweat, I knew that that baby had just passed. So it's about 9 o'clock in the morning on the 6th. So I was 4 weeks and 1 day when baby Aaron passed to the arms of Jesus. So yeah, the kids were sad. I know the kids were looking forward to the baby. And if God has one for us, then we will. What happens, it will happen. But yeah, I'm sad. I've lost a baby full term, and that was really hard. It's definitely hard losing a baby, no matter how far along you are. I was pregnant for 4 days. Well, actually, since counting implantation, it would be 6. I was pregnant for 6 days, 4 that I had the positive for. And no matter how long or short it is, it's hard. So I was, and even looking back to April when I had my first miscarriage that I didn't know about, just thinking about what I could have been, that made it hard too. So just praying that, if God does bless us with one, we'll be excited, and we'll be super thrilled. And but until then, I'm just excited for the 5 babies that God has blessed us with to take care of here, and the one that He's already got, the one grown baby that He's got, Claudia, in heaven, and now the 2 little ones. And actually, I talked to my oldest, Josiah, about what we thought we lost when we thought we lost the baby a few months ago. And so he decided to name that one Michael, because Michael in the Bible was a girl, and I believe it was Saul's daughter, and then also Michael is also an angel, one of the M. So both boy and girl name for both of them. So we have Aaron and Michael, and he was actually really excited about Aaron, the last loss. So anyway, we're just praying that that one more time God will bless us in our family, and just we'll get to add another little boy or girl to it. So